have been playing around with these graphs called Sankey diagrams, which allow you to visually show something like a money flow going through a system. I thought it would be interesting to try to map out Open Collective's money flows because there's a little bit of complexity there, and it's really great when people can understand how the whole thing works. So this is my attempt. Here is a simple view of what happens when somebody makes a contribution to a collective. So you can see at the very beginning here, this says the contributor pays $2,050, and that's because they're trying to give a $2,000 contribution to a collective, and they've also decided to give a $50 platform tip. So a platform tip is an optional contribution that people see when they're checking out, when they're making a payment, which goes to support the Open Collective platform. So, okay, so they've made this contribution, they decided to make a $50 tip, and so they pay $2,050. Of that, $2,000 becomes the contribution, and $50 becomes the platform tip. So you can see this line going over here. This represents Open Collective, this little orange bar. So that's what happens to the $50, goes straight to Open Collective, and $2,000 then becomes contribution. And then that $2,000 then gets split again, because the way Open Collective works is with fiscal host. So fiscal host is that umbrella entity that sort of houses the collective, so it doesn't have to form its own legal entity and have its own bank account and all that stuff. And most fiscal hosts charge a fee so that they can cover their operating costs to provide that service. So in this example, we've got $1,800 going to the collective, and so that's what the person said about intending to give to, and then $200 of that is what's called a host fee, which goes to the host. So the host being a legal entity who has various costs to cover. So at the end, $1,800 goes to the collective, and $200 goes to the host, and then we have over here $80. Now this line right here, this is because Open Collective's business model is to charge a small percent, 15% of the host's fee. So it's set up basically, if the host doesn't charge a fee, then the platform's free to use. And if the host is charging a fee and sort of having their own business model on top of the platform, then 15% of their fee goes to Open Collective to build the platform for everyone.